If you want to win in life, listen to this. If you truly want to win in life, listen carefully. Because the truth about success is not something most people want to hear. Everyone loves the idea of winning. People imagine the rewards, the freedom, the confidence, the financial stability, the ability to live life on their own terms. But very few people truly understand what it takes to get there. Most people are fascinated by the result, but they are not prepared for the process. And the process is where everything happens. The reality is that winning in life is not about one big moment. It's not about luck. It's not about being born in the perfect situation. Winning in life is about the choices you make every single day. Small choices, quiet decisions, the things you do when nobody is watching, the way you spend your time, the way you respond to challenges, the way you react when life becomes difficult. Those moments define your future. One of the biggest problems in modern society is that people are constantly looking for shortcuts. They want fast success, fast money, fast recognition. They want the reward without the effort. But life rarely works that way. Real success takes time. Real growth takes patience. Real achievement requires consistency over long periods of time. And this is where most people fail. Not because they lack ability, but because they lack persistence. They start something with excitement. They feel motivated. They imagine the future they want to create. But then the challenges appear. Progress becomes slow. Results take longer than expected. Doubts begin to appear. And many people quit right there. They stop before the process has time to work. The people who eventually win in life understand something very important. Progress is often invisible in the beginning. When you start improving yourself, the results may not appear immediately. You may work hard for weeks, months, even years without seeing dramatic change. But that does not mean the effort is wasted. It means the foundation is being built. Skills are developing. Knowledge is growing. Experience is accumulating. And eventually, those small improvements begin to compound. Suddenly things start moving faster. Opportunities begin to appear. Confidence grows. And what once seemed impossible begins to feel achievable. But that moment only comes to those who stay consistent long enough. Another important truth about winning in life is discipline. Many people wait for motivation. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until they feel inspired. But motivation is unreliable. Some days you wake up full of energy and ambition. Other days you feel tired, distracted, and unmotivated. If you rely only on motivation, your progress will constantly stop and start. But discipline is different. Discipline means doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It means continuing the process when emotions change. It means understanding that the goal matters more than temporary feelings. And over time, discipline becomes one of the most powerful forces in your life. Because discipline creates consistency. Consistency creates improvement. And improvement creates results. Another truth that many people struggle to accept is failure. Failure is not something that successful people avoid. It is something they experience regularly. Every successful entrepreneur has faced failure. Every creator has produced work that nobody noticed in the beginning. Every athlete has lost competitions. Every professional has made mistakes. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the path toward success. But failure is uncomfortable. It challenges your confidence. It makes you question your ability. And sometimes it makes you wonder if the effort is worth it. This is the moment where most people quit. Not because they're incapable, but because the emotional discomfort feels too heavy. The people who eventually succeed learn how to see failure differently. Instead of seeing failure as proof that they should stop, they see it as information. They ask themselves, what did I learn from this? What can I improve? What should I do differently next time? And every failure becomes a lesson that moves them closer to success. Another powerful factor in winning in life is the environment you create around yourself. The people you spend time with influence your mindset more than you realize. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, complaining, and small thinking, it becomes easy to adopt the same mindset. But when you spend time around people who are ambitious, disciplined, and growth-oriented, something interesting happens. Your perspective changes. Your expectations change. Your goals become bigger because you begin to realize what is possible. Environment shapes behavior, and behavior shapes results. Another important truth is responsibility. Many people spend years blaming external factors for their situation. They blame the economy. They blame their job. They blame their background. They blame other people. But blaming circumstances gives away your power. The moment you take responsibility for your life, everything changes. Responsibility does not mean that life is always fair. It means understanding that your response to challenges determines your future. You may not control every situation that happens to you, but you control your effort. You control your attitude. You control your decisions. And those choices shape the direction of your life. Winning in life also requires courage. Courage to start something new. Courage to pursue goals that others may not understand. Courage to continue even when the path becomes uncertain. There will always be people who doubt your ambitions. There will always be people who question your vision. Sometimes those people will even be close to you. But if you allow the opinions of others to define your actions, you will never fully pursue your potential. Sometimes the path to success requires walking alone for a while. But that temporary loneliness often leads to extraordinary growth. Because during that journey, you discover something important about yourself. You realize that you are capable of more than you once believed. Your confidence grows. Your resilience strengthens. And slowly, the person you are becoming starts to look very different from the person you used to be. In the end, winning in life is not just about money, status, or recognition. Those things can be rewarding, but they are not the most valuable part of the journey. The real reward is growth. It is becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. It is building a life based on purpose instead of comfort. It is knowing that you pushed yourself beyond your limits and refused to settle for less. And the most powerful truth about winning in life is this. It is not reserved for a special group of people. It is available to anyone willing to commit to the process. Anyone willing to stay disciplined. Anyone willing to keep learning. Anyone willing to continue moving forward when things become difficult. Because success does not belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most persistent. Those who refuse to give up. Those who keep improving. Those who understand that progress is built one day at a time. So if you truly want to win in life, remember this. Focus on growth. Stay disciplined. Learn from failure. Choose your environment carefully. And most importantly, never stop moving forward. Because the future belongs to those who keep going long after everyone else has stopped. If you want to win in life, the first thing you must understand is that success does not come from luck or shortcuts. It comes from responsibility, discipline, and consistent effort over time. Many people spend their lives waiting for the perfect opportunity, but the truth is that success is usually built through small actions repeated every day. Waking up early, learning new skills, improving your mindset, and working toward your goals even when it feels difficult are the habits that eventually lead to meaningful progress. Another important lesson is that motivation is temporary, but discipline is reliable. There will be many days when you don't feel inspired or energetic. Those who succeed are the ones who continue working even during those difficult moments. Failure is also part of the journey. Instead of avoiding it, successful people learn from their mistakes and use those experiences to improve. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow stronger and more capable. The people you surround yourself with also play a powerful role in your future. When you are around individuals who think positively, work hard, and pursue meaningful goals, your own mindset begins to expand. Ultimately, winning in life is not about being perfect. It is about staying committed to growth, learning continuously, and refusing to quit when things become difficult. Those who stay disciplined, patient, and persistent eventually create opportunities that can transform their lives. Success in life doesn't come from luck or shortcuts. It comes from consistent daily actions. Most people love the idea of winning, but few are willing to commit to the long and often difficult process behind it. Real progress is built through discipline, patience, and persistence, even when motivation disappears and results are slow. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a lesson that helps you grow stronger and wiser. The people around you, your mindset, and the choices you make every day shape your future. When you take responsibility for your life and keep moving forward despite challenges, you begin to build real momentum. In the end, success doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to those who stay consistent, keep learning, and never give up.